I recorded this video last night, and after thinking about it, I've came back and I've decided to redo the intro and I've decided to edit a few things out. You see, I started this video off being happy, cheery, making light of things, and being overwhelmingly amazed by the thing that we're going to watch right now. It is quite incredible, considering this was 5 years ago, and I imagine how much things have advanced since then. But because of some things that happened in my local area yesterday, I was in a different place. I was feeling very passionate, and some of those words came out of me. I was still kind, I was still respectful, I was still me, and I always will be that. But as an Englishman, I have to be very careful what I put on the internet, and if you understand what I mean by that, then maybe you know a lot more about England than I thought you did. The fact that if I'd posted what I was going to post, then I would probably have a knock at the door. And I don't want that. I will never put my family at risk. So I've left in as much as I possibly can, and hopefully it still makes a good video for you.
Why is the US military the strongest? Great military powers have been appearing and disappearing since the beginning of history.
Alright, I'm going to try not to pause this too much during this video, but I feel personally attacked already. Great military powers have been appearing and disappearing. I feel like my country might be one of those ones that's disappeared right now, because we're at our lowest point we've ever been. Alright.
Now is the time for the United States of America to be the leader in military might. But what makes it so powerful? Will its power remain undisputed? Are there already signs of weakness? Would it really stand in a conflict with potential rivals like China or Russia? To find out, we should analyse why exactly the US military is considered.
There's your answer right there. I don't even need to watch the rest of the video. There's your answer right there. Look at all them flags. Look how patriotic all of these people are. That's the heart. That's the soul. These people fight because they want to fight for their country. When you're talking about things like China, it's like mandatory to be conscripted. You know what I mean? They run on a lottery-based system as well for conscription. So they're going to have more people, but like their heart's not in it. Their soul's not in it. I don't even need to watch the rest of the video. There's your answer right there. Look at every single one of them flags flying high and flying proud. That's why. That is why it's getting bigger and stronger every single day that goes by. It's because people sign up because that's what they want to do. Nobody signs up for the English army because they want to protect their country. Barely anybody.
Strongest. The numbers. The US has 1,400,000 active military personnel. This figure places it in third place in this category.
Misleading as anything. Okay, China, like I said, mandatory conscription. Okay, runs on a lottery-based system. India, okay, what is it? 1.5 billion people live in India. All right, and it is a poverty-stricken country as well. So one of the best options you've got is to join the military. So yeah, of course they're going to have more people, but you could probably put like I don't know. Like, let's say one of the Marines, right? A US Marine. Like, I would swap 100 people from India for one US Marine. Like, that's gonna cause some comments in the chat, but like, I just, that's what it is, man. I'm seeing how it is. The training, the dedication, and the heart behind it. I don't know, it doesn't matter about the numbers. I don't see anyone else on that list that I can see right now that's fighting for the heart.
China has the largest army with slightly above 2 million soldiers, while India comes in second place. This doesn't sound that impressive, but what makes the US military stand out is not necessarily the raw number of men. The US has unquestionable air supremacy. The US military is number one in air power, with 13,264.
Okay, so yeah, like way more. You can add all those together and still not make what America has.
Total military aircraft, a total that is greater than the other 5 greatest air forces combined.
That's what I just said. I predicted that. Maths genius. Write that in my little YouTube description. Instant maths genius. I've just found that out. I never knew I was good with numbers.
2,085 are air-to-air fighters, 715 ground attack aircraft, 945 transportation aircraft, 5,768 helicopters, and 967 attack helicopters. The US is number one in each aircraft category except for air-to-ground forces, where it's slightly topped by Russia. The US has a powerful navy that is designed to work in conjunction with its air forces. It has 20 aircraft carriers, 11 are regular fixed-wing carriers, while 9
Look at the size
are
of those
capable
things.
of hosting only helicopters and short takeoff planes like the F-35B. This is almost half of the world's total number of aircraft carriers, while
Hey, that just doesn't even compare, bro. You guys are just straight just building and building. You guys are constantly just making more and more. Look at the amount difference. And it would take thousands of people just to run one of these. Thousands. Thousands. And you can guarantee it's got the best technology on it. England's got 2. Why have we only got 2? Hey, bro, this is Britain. We used to control half of the world. Now, I don't agree with all of that stuff, but I'm just saying, before I was born, it was 3/4 of the world England owned at one point. Now, we own 2 aircraft carriers. We're getting beaten by Egypt. Egypt, okay? What's theirs made out of? Sandstone?
most of the others belong to allied countries. If we take into account only regular fixed-wing aircraft capacity, the total combined deck space of the US aircraft carriers is over twice that of all the other nations combined. To complement this, the US Navy has the greatest number of destroyers and ranks 3rd in the number of submarines.
Why has
The
North Korea
numbers
got so
of the
many
US
submarines?
naval
That's
strength
sus.
are a bit tricky. If we count the total number of naval assets, the US falls in 4th place, behind Russia and China, and even behind North Korea, that boasts
Wait. Why is North Korea ramping up? Hey, someone needs to keep an eye on that. I don't trust Kim Jong-un or whatever he wants to call himself nowadays. So hey, why is he ramping up that? That's how can't you afford to feed your people, but you can afford to have the most naval stuff? Like why you got all those submarines for, bro? You better watch yourself. Jiggity check yourself before you riggedy wreck yourself. That's what I'm saying.
a surprising 1st place. However, in case of a maritime conflict, it would still be hard to counter the power of the US Navy, supported by overwhelming air supremacy and allied forces. Land power. The US is slightly behind Russia regarding raw numbers. American ground forces number 6,289 tanks.
I don't think America needs that much land power. I don't. I'm just going to be honest with you. Nowadays and age, yes. Back in the day, yeah, land power, it's what it's all about. I get it. I understand it. But now, with all the technology available, how powerful that your aircrafts are and so on and so forth, I don't think you need any land power. I don't. I think you need your specialist teams, which you guys have definitely got. I really think land power is a thing of the past. Or it will be very, very soon.
39,000 armoured vehicles.
Oh, you're still winning, never mind.
1,465 self-propelled artillery, and 1,366 rocket projectors.
All right, no one trusts the stats coming out of Russia, okay? As an Englishman, I'm just going to say it. I don't trust the stats coming out of Russia. North Korea, I don't trust your stats neither, right? I'm just not. I'm just not. Like, why can't you feed your people, okay? Why can't you feed your people, but you got all these numbers up on here? Where is England on here? Why are we getting beat by Egypt? We're getting beat by Egypt, okay? They haven't even got a pharaoh no more.
However, Russia has a lot.
Wait, you know what? I'm pausing again, right? I'll tell you what. How is Egypt beating England at this current moment in time? This is a video about America, but I'm slightly offended. Half of Egypt is in the British Museum. Why have they still got stuff left?
of outdated vehicles with questionable performance in case of a real conflict. Meanwhile, the US military has a broad technological edge.
Yeah,
The US
they
has
have all the best.
5,800 nuclear warheads that make it the world's second largest in nuclear war power. In this video, we're analysing the conventional military strength, but it can't be denied that a nuclear arsenal does bring a certain status. Even if things don't escalate to a full-blown nuclear war, it's intimidating to any country to be armoured with such.
Mad. Mutually assured destruction. Now with America, we'll have top-of-the-range stuff. So it doesn't matter who's got the most. These intercontinental ballistic missiles, which will literally go into space, come back down, be able to hit anywhere in the world. You can't compete, man. You can't compete with technology. You cannot. And they are always advancing with technology. It's insane.
Nuclear power. The quality. The US Army consists entirely of trained professionals, and many have real combat experience.
That's what I'm saying.
Since the beginning of this century, the US has been involved in military conflicts in Afghanistan, Iraq, Pakistan, Somalia, Libya, Uganda, and Yemen.
Hey, when you come into England, guys, hey, from a British person, okay, howie man, we don't have freedom over here anymore. I'm saying it. I'm just straight saying it, okay? Our Prime Minister told us yesterday that we can get out of the country if we don't like the way it's going. Like, come on, man. When are you coming to England? I'm digging a hole in the back garden, right? And I hope I find some oil. Because if I find some oil, I'm going to be straight on this YouTube channel, and you better spread the word. You better tell Trump. You better tell Trump if I find oil. Hey, man, hey, put England on that list, please. Please, I'll fight for you. If you're going to love me, I'll fight for you. I'll fight for a country that loves me and looks after my family, okay? Put England on that list. We ready for the next conflict, all right? We ready. We need 1776.
While other countries still rely on conscripts to fill the numbers, the US can field an army of well-trained, experienced professionals. The equipment, the military assets, and the technology used in combat have excellent quality. This is the defining reason why US casualties are.
I understand that you guys are the most highly trained. We have things like the SAS and the Royal Marines and stuff like that, and the Paras, which massive respect to those guys, extremely highly trained people. But I just want to go back to what I said 2 minutes ago, when I said I'll fight for you and all that stuff, and we need a 1776. I have to be honest. What I want more than anything is I just want my country to fix itself. Okay, I would like to bring back the day and age when there was such a thing as an English gentleman, where everybody treats someone that they don't know with respect. Everyone treats everyone with respect unless given a reason not to. It should be a thing. It's no longer a thing in my country.
Usually fewer than those of their adversaries. A strong ability to project power is another defining trait of the United States military. Size, technology, and experience are nothing if you can't reach the enemy. Power projection is the ability of a state to deploy and sustain forces outside its territory. Only a few states are capable to overcome the difficulties that involve power projection, and the US excels at it. This is made possible by several factors. The home base of the US is safe. The neighbouring countries are friendly. Potential enemies are far away. The large landmass makes it a country that is hard to invade. It also has coastlines along 2 oceans and strategic islands that hold military bases. The US forces can reach far, fast, and deploy great numbers of forces supported by the enforcement of air and sea superiority, combined with excellent transportation capabilities. Even if it doesn't engage in combat, the US can enforce naval and air blockades that can severely cripple an enemy's economy.
And this was 5 years ago. You have no idea how much things have ramped up since then. You can't imagine the stuff that's going on. Like with AI, imagine how much AI has improved since this video came out 5 years ago. Imagine. And you think that the American military is not using that to their advantage? I think in the past 5 years, their advancements has just gone through the roof. And I honestly don't believe anyone stands a chance anymore. At all.
The US has by far the largest network of military bases operating outside of its territory. Information regarding the exact number and location of such bases involves classified information, so we can only estimate the total extent of the overseas military presence. Back in 2013, the Pentagon stated that there were around 600 military bases overseas. A rough estimate would be around 1,000 overseas US military compounds. Approximately 165,000 military personnel is stationed outside the United States. This doesn't include areas of conflict such as Syria, Iraq, and Afghanistan. The US has significant forces deployed in around 55 countries and autonomous territories. It is also estimated that more than 150 countries have a certain degree of US military presence. Alliances. The United States can rely on a vast network of alliances.
All right, here we go. Alliances. All right. My government does not count as your alliance. Okay. That man there holding the British flag, that is your alliance. The people that proudly support our country and fight in our military, yep, that's your alliance. These people at home that still have heart and still have a fire burning inside of them, yeah, that's your alliance. Our government does not speak on our behalf. Not anymore. Not anymore. I just want to remember that. If there's a vet or there's someone out there watching this, if you're in the US military right now, or are you ever served, or you're a family member of anyone that's ever served, I just want to let you know that as an Englishman, and as an Englishman whose whole family's been in the military, right? My son's literally going in the Royal Marines. I am telling you, we are your allies. We are your allies. We the people are. Just like this man with a smile on his face standing next to the guy with the American flag. This is your allies, not our government.
It is the de facto leader of NATO, the world's strongest military alliance. 18 other countries are designated as major non-NATO allies. This list includes countries like Australia, New Zealand, Japan, South Korea, Philippines, Thailand, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Egypt, Israel, Argentina, and Brazil.
Few on that list that's a little bit like, ooh. But everyone likes Australia and New Zealand, right? Everyone loves those dudes. Those dudes are cool.
Taiwan's status is a bit more complicated and it can be considered a de facto ally. Some countries are not formal allies but have a strong strategic partnership with the US. One notable example is India, that participates in regular military drills together with US forces and some of its allies.
So if India's, right, got so many more, like, troops than us, a massive bigger army than Britain itself, right? Why are we, and they have a space program, and they have literal, like, battle destroyers. Why are we sending them, my country, hundreds of billions in aid? They have a space program. Why are we sending them hundreds of billions in aid? I don't understand the world's economics. It makes no sense to me.
Economy.
Oh.
Modern warfare is sustained in the long term by two main factors: the capacity to produce military equipment and the capacity to spend money on defence. American defence companies are the indisputable top producers of weaponry. Among the world's top 10 defence suppliers, 5 of them are American companies. Lockheed Martin is the biggest.
England's fourth.
It reported a revenue of almost $60 billion in 2019. That's close to Russia's entire annual military spending. The strength of the US military is...
You got one company in America, one company that's just like, just the same as the entire of Russia. That's insane. Yeah, you guys are going up, man. Eventually it's going to get to a point where it's just, there's no point. There's no point in anyone ever doing anything anymore. And I guess that's the point of it, isn't it? The whole mutually assured destruction thing. Without needing to use nuclear weapons. Don't, hey, keep doing it, man. Keep making the world a safer place, okay? Stick England on that list while you're at it.
Also due to its huge military budget. In 2019, spending on the US military was a whopping 732 billion US dollars. That's
all right, so 732 billion US dollars. That's easy more than a trillion now, right? India, 71 billion. Why are we giving them 100 billion? UK is at 48 billion. So you telling me the UK gives more to India in aid than it spends on its own military, and then India spends more than the UK on its military, and it's got a space program. Like, come on, what is happening right now? Okay, what is happening? Like, come on, man.
almost 3 times more than China, the world's second largest military spender, and is roughly 1/3 of the entire world's defence budget. While Russia is commonly regarded as the second most powerful army in the world, its budget consists of only $65 billion. Arguably, there is an aspect of purchasing power. For example, it's cheaper to pay a Russian or Chinese soldier, but the cost of high-quality military equipment is still the same around the world. The reason that the US can afford such an enormous military budget is that it's supported by a strong economy. America has been the world's largest economy since 1871. Its nominal GDP is currently 21.44 trillion US dollars. This is almost a quarter of the global economy, and it's backed with plenty of natural resources, advanced infrastructure and technology. Besides the ability to sustain an enormous defence budget, the US often uses its economic strength as a weapon by enforcing economic sanctions. Soft factors.
Here we go.
Soft power is another factor that comes into play when assessing a country's might. The US is world-beating in culture, education and technology. American pop culture has an enormous influence, and this won't change anytime soon.
You know what, I'm just going to rate these when she goes through them all. Yeah, as an English person, pretty much all of our programs we see on TV are American. Like a good 90% of the programs we see on TV are American. It is. And all the movies, everything, like pretty much 90% of everything we see on TV is American. And the things that we enjoy, the products that we enjoy as well, games, you name it.
America also hosts most of the world's top-ranking universities with a record number of international students. The US leads the world of technology and digitalization as home to the world's most influential tech companies like Apple, Google, Microsoft, and Facebook.
You didn't say Nvidia, because Nvidia's prices have gone through the roof, and Nvidia has been making some stuff that is for this drone warfare stuff that is the future. There's companies like, I don't think that Facebook should be mentioned in this list, but if you're talking about being influential over the world itself, okay, like people's opinions is very strongly controlled by what they see, what they read, what they hear as well, then yeah, definitely they should be. I don't trust no mainstream news anymore, okay, because mainstream news will tell you that America's the bad guy. Okay, it does in England. The English mainstream news tells you America's the bad guy. Trump's this, Trump's that, Trump's the other. And the whole time, every Englishman's sitting there thinking, I wish we had someone like that. I wish we had someone who was actually going to do what they said they were going to do. Instead, we just got loads of people that's on a list.
It's easy to think that this doesn't seem important in warfare. But imagine an enemy soldier that would have to attack the country where his cousin studies, the country of his favourite music band, the country of his favourite actors from the movie that he watches on an American media platform like YouTube, or an American smartphone with American software. Finally, there is another critical aspect. It is called the will to fight. And this
called it from the very beginning. That's exactly what I just said. The will to fight from the very beginning. That was the first thing that I said. As soon as I seen the flags, it's because they have the will to fight. They have a country behind them that loves them. You fight for what's behind you, not because of what's in front of you. They have the loved ones at home, and they've got a country that they're proud of, that they think is the best in the world, that loves them back. Hey, this is the reason. This is the entire reason behind everything. You can take the defense budget away. You can take everything away. It'll just rebuild. Why? Because of the heart. People are fighting for a country that they love. Okay? And there's a lot of people that don't love the country they're in. I'm getting really kind of like emotionally in a speech this video, and I do apologize. It's just really, I really would love to. I would love it if England sorted itself out so I could be proud of it. And I would love it if England actually loved me back and my family. Yeah.
This is the single most important factor in war.
Single most
The will
important
to
factor.
fight
She
is
said
the
it.
disposition to engage in combat. The determination to keep fighting even when facing precarious odds. And finally, to win. At an individual level, a soldier with a low will to fight will avoid engagement with the enemy and is likely to flee when things get tough. A battle is won when the enemy's will to fight is broken. Wars.
If your heart's not in it, then you're not going to win it. That's exactly what I said as soon as I seen those flags. At the beginning of this video, as soon as I seen these flags, I called it from the very beginning. This is the number one factor, okay? If it's in your heart and what you believe in, and you're fighting for something you believe in, then you keep pushing forward no matter what. You save everybody, no man left behind. That's it. That is the main reason. And that is what my country needs back.
Don't end when one military destroys the other. Wars end when one side grows weary of fighting, doesn't see any further purpose in the continuation of the conflict, and gives up. The national will to fight is what keeps a nation fighting. This is commonly linked to a sense of patriotism, national identity.
Back to the flags. I called it. I said it from the beginning and I was right. This is it, man. This is what we are missing as a country. Man, I hope there's some English people watching this and thinking, why don't we have this? We're back to the exact same flags that I was talking about in the beginning. The will to fight, okay? These people sign up to the military because they love their country. These people sign up to the military because they want to keep the place safe, that they're proud of, that they want to grow old in. They want their family to grow old in. Oh, man. I was right from the start. From the very start, and I knew it, and I that's the kind of thing I would be proud of, man. It's the kind of thing we're missing so much in my country. England's not going to be around for much longer, you know. You guys, I don't know if you've looked into English politics or if you've seen anything about England. I don't know how much you know about England right now. But the phrase English gentleman won't be around for much longer. But I'm going to try my best to do my best for as long as I possibly can. Because my only goal in life is to make my family and my loved ones happy. And hopefully be a good influence on other people's lives on the way there. But this would help everyone come together as a community, as a country. This is why you fight. I said it from the beginning. This is why I'm fascinated by it. This right here, not how powerful your military is, not how much damage you could do, not how spectacular everything is. This, the flags flying high in the heart in the people. This is what fascinates me. I don't even care about anything else.
A motivation generated by the idea that one fights for what is right. In the past, this has been a
Fight for
strong
what
point
is
of the
right.
US, as Americans have been fighting against dictators and terrorists that lacked concern for human life and dignity. In contrast, the USA has been regarded as a country that embodies values of freedom, democracy, and rule of law. It was the country that defined such values. Even more, it was the country that was willing to fight for these values. The American soldier has been motivated by a sense of moral supremacy rooted in the country's Christian tradition.
Rooted in the country's Christian tradition. You know, a lot of the British news and a lot of the British media will say that America's trying to police the world. Hey, well, guess what, right? Guess what? Here we go. You don't tell you this on the news, though, but sometimes for the right thing to happen and to stop bad things happening, sometimes you have to make a hard decision. If you want the world to be a better place, sometimes you need to make a difficult decision, and you need to follow through with that as well. Because love for a country and love for the world and love for the people in it, to stop things wrong happening to good people, to innocent people, sometimes you need to take steps that are not nice. And I totally understand it. And anyone with half a brain should understand that too.
However, America doesn't seem to be so cohesive in its values anymore. There are many factors intertwined that provoke this. It's a complex topic that deserves a study on its own. But the outcome is that America is now a country that is greatly divided among ideological lines and systems of belief. Many of its citizens are not sure what to believe in anymore, or even what they stand for.
That's changing. This is 5 years ago. Things are changing, man. Things are changing since then. Oh boy, things are changing since then. And whatever. I don't care if I get some hate on this video. I like the way things are changing, okay? I've never seen so many people come together, all right? I've never seen it. Whatever. Whether you love or you hate Trump or whatever, I don't care. What I care about is how much I see people come together. More people are signing up for that military, right, than since 9/11. Okay? There must be a reason for that. You don't sign up for something unless you don't have a belief in it. Unless you've got a belief in it. There's a reason. This video is 5 years old. I wonder what's changed in those past 5 years.
There have been many lessons in history. Small nations became great empires by holding high moral standards along with a disciplined and motivated army. A great empire's fall was usually preceded by internal strife and moral crisis. The final story of the United States of America as a global power is not yet written. The nation's strength rests upon its citizens and their decisions. It's a matter of this great nation getting back its cohesion and moral compass. That is, if it wants to keep its status as the world's greatest superpower and defender of freedom.
She said the world's greatest superpower and defender of freedom. Defender of freedom? That sounds good to me. I got really emotional in this video, and I do apologize. That's not quite like me to get so passionate in a video. But I think rightly so. If you live in a place where I live, and if you've seen some of the news reports from my local area that I've seen today alone that I can't talk about on this channel because it will affect me and I will have a knock at my door. And yet it was a local news report, yet it happened just down my street where I live, and I don't feel safe with my daughter going to the shop by herself. I got a little bit passionate today. I apologize. I will be back to my usual joyous self for the next video. But you know what? It's okay to let that passion out. It's okay. Sometimes you just need to let it out. Everybody has a fire burning inside of them somewhere, and sometimes you just need to see or hear the right things to be able to understand that fire. I like my country. I want to love my country, but it's hard to love something that doesn't love you back. That's why I look across the pond and I see all of these things where you guys are in love with a country that loves you back. You fly your flag absolutely everywhere, and you are proud of it and you are willing to sacrifice for it. All I would like is to be proud of who I am and to know that my children are going to be safe when they grow. That's all. I would like happiness, peace, and love for everybody. But I tell you what, I do have a passion inside of me. I have a fire burning all of the time. I do. Number one is my family and my loved ones. I have 4 children. 3 of them I have full custody of. 2 of them have got jobs. 2 of them's at college, and my youngest one, she's at school. Okay, I have full custody of 3 of them, and I got 3 jobs. And I think I've told you this like 10 million times, but my ultimate goal is to make them happy. But I worry. I worry that I'm not going to last long enough to be there the whole time for them. My health's not so good, and I'm worried. I'm worried that the day will come where they'll no longer to be safe in their own country, but they deserve to be because they're good people. And if you go back through my videos, you'll be able to see some of the achievements that my children have achieved. You'll be able to see how kind, polite, and well-mannered my children are. I think somehow, accidentally, I just made it up as I went along. I didn't mean to. I tried my best, but it was just I accidentally made some good kids. And I'm so proud of them. And I'm worried that this country itself is not going to be the best place for them when they're older. I just hope I can stay around long enough to make sure they're safe in it. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you all. I thank you to everybody who serves my country and to yours and to anyone else who was doing it for the right reasons. Much love and God bless to anybody who does right by their loved ones and to the ones that take those extra steps to protect others. God bless.